You wake up tired. You drink coffee and you're still tired. And the worst part, you keep thinking about something is wrong with you. Maybe you tell yourself you're lazy. Maybe you think you just need more sleep. Maybe you blame your schedule. But what if I told you it's probably not about sleep at all? Most people aren't physically exhausted, they're mentally overloaded. And that kind of tired doesn't get fixed by 8 hours in bed. Let me explain. Think about your average day. You wake up. First thing you do? Check your phone. Notifications, messages, news, social media. Before your feet even touch the floor, your brain is already running a marathon. Then it's work, job or school, deadlines, expectations, comparing yourself to others, trying to stay focused while your mind keeps jumping to 10 different things. By the end of the day, you feel drained. But here's the twist. You didn't run a marathon. You didn't lift heavy weights. You didn't even move that much. So why do you feel like you did? Because decision fatigue is real. Every small choice drains energy. What to wear, what to reply, what to post, what to eat, what to do next. Your brain is constantly switching tasks, and task switching is exhausting. It's not physical tired, it's cognitive overload. But that's only part of it. There's another reason you're always tired. Unfinished mental loops. All those things you should be doing. The workout you skipped, the project you delayed, the message you haven't replied to, the goals you said you'd start next week. They sit in your mind like open tabs in a browser, each one quietly using energy. Even when you're resting, you're not resting because your brain knows there's something pending. That low-level guilt, that subtle pressure, that's draining you more than you realize. And then there's emotional exhaustion. This one hits deep when you constantly feel behind, when you compare yourself to people your age, when you scroll and see everyone winning, when you doubt if you're good enough. That internal pressure is heavy. You might look calm on the outside, but inside, you're fighting invisible battles. And fighting all day makes anyone tired. Now here's the important part. If the problem isn't just sleep, then the solution isn't just sleep either. Let's talk about what actually helps. First, reduce unnecessary decisions. Simple example, plan your morning the night before. Pick your clothes, write your top 3 tasks for tomorrow. Why does this matter? Because when you wake up, your brain has limited willpower. If you use it deciding random things, you'll feel drained before noon. Protect your mental energy like it's money. Spend it wisely. Second, close one open loop. Not 10, not your entire to-do list, just one. Send that message. Do 10 minutes of that project. Organize one small area. You think, why? Here is the answer. Because completion creates relief. Your brain loves finished tasks. Even small wins reduce mental noise, and less noise equals less exhaustion. Third, control your inputs. If you start your day with chaos, your mind stays chaotic. Try this. For the first 30 minutes after waking up, no social media, no comparison, no news, no notifications, just quiet. Maybe stretch, maybe journal, maybe just sit with your coffee. It sounds small, but it changes your baseline stress level, and that changes your energy. Fourth, stop calling yourself lazy. This one is huge. When you label yourself as lazy, you create resistance. Instead of asking, why am I so lazy? Ask, what is draining me? That question shifts everything. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you're burnt out. Maybe you haven't had real rest in months. Real rest isn't scrolling. Real rest is doing something without pressure. Walking, listening to music, talking to someone without multitasking. Give your brain space to breathe. And finally, lower the pressure. You don't need to fix your whole life this week. You don't need to catch up to everyone overnight. Sometimes you're tired because you're trying to sprint through a marathon. Life isn't a 30-day challenge. It's long. Pace yourself. Let's recap. You're probably not tired because you didn't sleep enough. You're tired because your brain never stops processing, you have too many open mental tabs, you're carrying emotional pressure, you're consuming non-stop stimulation, and you're being too hard on yourself. So here's what I want you to do. Tonight, write down the one thing that's been sitting in your mind for weeks. Just one. Tomorrow, spend 15 minutes on it. That's it. No big transformation, no dramatic life reset, just one small closed loop. Then notice how you feel. Energy doesn't always come from rest. Sometimes it comes from clarity. If this felt relatable, you're not alone. We're all trying to manage a world that moves too fast. One decision at a time. Let's improve together.